Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is C and I am a self-taught jewelry maker. Last year, I created CBJU Studio Diaries basically because I really want to show you how easy it is to create jewelry. I started with a wire wrap. I'm using mostly silver and gold filled. And during the COVID, I mustered my courage to buy a soldering kit. From then on, I do not stop using the soldering kit. I felt like it's the best decision that I've ever made. I never go back. If you are curious to see my work, go ahead and visit my Etsy store. That's where you can see from the beginning until the end of my work. I have almost like 300 products there. I don't want to brag, but it's just like basically I've been busy. Today, we're going to continue on how to make the ribbon earrings. Last week, I showed you how to forge ribbon from 18 gauge wire, and this week I would like to extend a little bit of the style. Maybe you have already seen it on the thumbnail how it looked like. On the third ribbon, which is the largest, I add an accent as if the ribbon is flowing because normally it's impossible to see a stiff ribbon. It's fabric, it's flimsy, it's soft, it's flowy, and that's the effect that I would like to give for third ribbon. Without further ado, let's get to work. How to make ribbon earrings, part 2. To make the medium size ribbon with mismatched length of tail, I am using 12 centimeter of wire, 18 gauge thickness in silver. It doesn't matter, you can use argentium silver or sterling silver. And I'm marking right in the middle, which is 6 centimeter, and I'm making the loop with extra tail of 2.3 centimeter. Here I'm adjusting the loop to make it less round and more looking like a teardrop. For the second loop, I'm doing the same shape until it looked like number 8. Very balanced number 8, I would say. The next step is you want to take whichever tail and wrap it around the middle part of the 8 shape and make sure it's wrapped tightly. And for that, I'm using a help of a pair of flat nose pliers. Once I'm done, I'm placing the second tail to the same direction of the one that I used to wrap the middle part. There are a lot of good hand control that is needed in order to perfect the shape. Don't worry if your ribbon is not as the way you like it. You can either reshape it to salvage the wire or you can take it apart and redo the step by step, which what I did when I taught myself how to make this. And just like the first one, I like to hammer the middle part just to make sure that the ribbon is tied properly. Although I know that eventually when we solder in the stud, it will automatically flow through the gap. Next, I'm going to put it away and go straight to the third ribbon, which is my favorite. Here I have successfully made the first one with the drama drop and everything. I'm so proud of myself. Now the goal is to recreate the pair with a mirror image. Let's see if I can do it correctly. The wire needed is 15 centimeter at length, marking 2.8 centimeter on the first segment. This is going to be served as the longer tail that will positioned on the left hand side, and the second segment is 5 centimeter. I'm marking here with my Sharpie. I'm taking my pliers and make a loop on that segment. My first goal right now is to have the ribbon to be tied correctly. I also bend the loop just a bit here so I know in which direction to place the tail. The next step is to make another loop, but instead of looking like a number 8 like previously, just loop the wire down with the both tail facing the same direction. This is the rule of thumb. One tail has to have the length of 2.6 centimeter and the other one is around 2.8 centimeter. Now you want to take the shorter one and loop it around at the meeting point of the two loops. It's going to look like this. As you can see, it's not fully wrapped. I just want to show you how it looked like so far. Next, take the same wire and loop it all around. Remember, tie it very tight. I'm using the help of a pair of flat nose pliers here to put this intersection together closely. Now you are looking at the back part of the ribbon. This is where I'm going to solder the stud. And this is the front part of the ribbon. The middle part is cleaner and divided by only one straight line. And this is obviously far from being done, but I just want to make sure that the short and the long tails are at the mirror image, and they are. So I'm happy. And now the next step is for you to be creative. The loop has to be floppy like bunny ears. The tools that I'm using are small mandrel, rawhide mallet, and to fix the shape, I'm using always my beautiful flat nose pliers to move around the position. It took 29 seconds to finish the shape, but in reality, let's just say that the video is 8 times faster. And please don't count when the camera is not on, you guys. I would say that this is more like a sculpture wire rather than a wire shaping. But finally, I get to reach the shape I desire, so definitely worthwhile. I'm so happy. Once I'm happy with the shape, I'm hammering the ribbon, the middle part first, and then all over the surface of the ribbon. Let's pick up stuff from this old cutout stash. I know for sure that this wire is 20 gauge, but I'm measuring it just in case. Cutting off 1 centimeter each. I'm filing flat one edge of the wire to prep them for soldering and marking it with the Sharpie for reference. Next is soldering time. For you who want to learn how to solder, this can be that first project. First, I'm laying the item on the soldering block. Remember, the ribbon has to face down and I apply flux for barrier. This is the setup. The idea is to solder the stud in the middle of the ribbon knot. I'm prepping my soldering element on the block. Here I'm using the hard solder. Here I am heating up the element first. And if you see the white bubbles, it's the flux that is reacting to the fire. Using the titanium pick, I took the solder ball, still pointing the torch onto the element. Please don't forget to point it away once every 3 to 5 seconds. Now I'm applying the solder ball to where it needs to be fused. My left hand is holding the torch, my right hand is holding the pick. Once they're done, I put it in the solution. My recipe is citric acid and warm water. For the second earrings, I'm repeating the process. It's as simple as that. I'll put the video here, but instead of commenting, I will just let you watch how it is done. Let's pick up the first stud. They are as pretty as I imagined it would be. One thing I want to make sure that they are completely in mirror image. And here there is a little bit of a discrepancies on the tail length. Let me just take care of it for a little bit. Snip! Next, I am hammering the piece on all over the surface. I have talked about the reason why I prefer to hammer them. If you miss it, you're welcome to visit the previous video. I'll put the link here on the screen. Dairy Keepers, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that the project is not too hard for you. To be honest, it's a bit hard for me, especially the third ribbon. I guess I need to practice more, but I'm gonna be kind to myself and I'm gonna be staying creative. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like and share to as much as friends you know. Maybe that person is interested in jewelry making, and you can share some of my video. And don't forget to click on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.